January through April, depending on which part of the country you live in, is the best time to plant a new fruit tree. I've planted over 30 fruit trees and more blueberries, raspberries, marionberries, and other fruiting shrubs than I can count in our backyard orchard. Here's how to put a new tree in the ground. In a few short years, your family will be enjoying large harvests of delicious fruit. Bare root versus potted plants. Planting early in the year allows you to purchase bare root fruit trees. There are several advantages to bare root trees. 1. Diversity and variety. Want to grow obscure and random variations? Planting bare root or grafting yourself is the best option. 2. Healthy root development. Bare root trees will establish themselves very quickly in your soil. Plants in pots often have bound roots or worse. 3. Respond to pruning. Bare root trees accept a very harsh pruning cut in their first year. This is important if you want to execute certain tree growing techniques like espalier, grow a tiny tree, or the basic vase. Rootstock decision. When purchasing the tree aside from the variety, it is important to consider the rootstock. The rootstock will determine the size of the tree. Semi-dwarf is best for almost all families growing fruit trees for personal consumption. Full-size trees will get huge, and dwarf trees, while staying small, can have issues like needing trunk support to not topple over with weight from fruit. Any semi-dwarf tree can remain short with harsh pruning and good management. Planting. Putting the tree in the ground is pretty simple. Find the spot you want to plant and make sure it gets a decent amount of sun. Imagine the size of the tree you plan on growing and give ample space. 1. Dig a huge hole. Wider is more important than depth. This allows the new roots plenty of loose soil to grow into. 2. Place the bare root tree in the hole and confirm the graft between the rootstock and the tree variety is several inches above the ground. 3. Don't add compost or fertilizer to the hole. I add some azomite to provide minerals to the soil. You can also just add some calcium or rock phosphate. 4. Refill the hole with native soil. Press the soil down lightly with your foot to secure the tree. 5. Water it in heavily. I use a 5-gallon bucket with some holes drilled into the bottom and fill it up 5 times or more for a new tree. 6. Add some compost to the surface of the soil. I add a few scoops from the composted chicken wood chips, but regular bagged compost is fine. 7. Cover the soil with wood chip mulch. This will keep the ground very moist during the warmer parts of the year. Do not place the mulch up against the trunk of the tree. First cut. Prune it to a single stick with no branches if you want to grow a tiny fruit tree and manage each individual new branch. Or leave a few branches if there are existing low branches with nice structures for what you want the tree to grow into. Most people are scared to cut the tree dramatically. It will do just fine. Here's the cut I made on a plum a few years back. It had 4 branches nicely spaced, so I left them, but took off the top 3 feet of the tree. This allowed the tree to grow out from those 4 branches and establish a nice vase shape with an open middle allowing for lots of sun and air to get into the tree.